Now, Festus Keyamo has released CCTV footage of Peter Obi's vehicle being clamped at the Abuja airport and is now demanding that Peter Obi publicly apologize to the airport officials and then return to pay 25,000 naira or face for the action. Now, if for anything, this footage makes me fear even more for Peter Obi's life. You're talking about a former presidential candidate, a major figure in the forthcoming election, a presidential candidate in the forthcoming election, just a few months before we have a general election in a country like Nigeria that is battling kidnapping, terrorism, political violence. Just yesterday, school children were being released after how many days? And you're proudly showing us a footage of his vehicle being clamped and his movement potentially disrupted as evidence that you respect the rule of law. No, this is not a flex. Think about it. The rule of law does not mean abandoning security intelligence. It does not mean pretending that a high-profile opposition figure carries the same security risk as me going to travel. Peter Obi is someone of interest, and Peter Obi is not even someone of interest. Peter Obi is someone of national political interest. So protecting him is not placing him above the law. It is basic security consciousness. So show me one politician in Nigeria or an influential person whose security can be treated with such casualty. Show me whose car among Tinubu's cabinet, whose vehicle can be clamped that casually, leaving them vulnerable. And this is exactly why Peter Obi is talking about witch hunting, and we can all see it. You're so desperate to prove Peter Obi wrong. So you went ahead to show us the footage showing, analyzing minutes of him parking, positioning his car when his car was clamped, the minute he left his car, and the minute the driver left his car. It took you 43 seconds or thereabout from when the driver returned the second time for the vehicle to be clamped. So let nobody lecture me about special treatment, because this is not special treatment. This is security. And let me remind all of us that in November 2025, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself ordered the withdrawal of police officials attached to VIPs and politicians. What happened? The president even later came back to say that he's not going back on his words, that this directive must stand. Is the directive standing? What happened after that? Senators raised concern about their security and their lives. The Senate even appealed that lawmakers should be taken out of that. Because what happened after that? Are police being withdrawn from VIPs today? So senators understand vulnerability when it comes to their lives. But Peter Obi, a former presidential candidate, a leading opposition figure in a country battling kidnapping, in a country battling insecurity, should be treated as though a security risk does not exist. So please, do not show me CCTV footage of Peter Obi's vulnerability and call it the rule of law. Which of you can be left that vulnerable at this time? You've only shown how exposed Peter Obi is. And of course, like he said, I even fear more for his life. Peter Obi is someone of national interest. Whether you support him or not, his security should be treated with the seriousness that comes with the position as the leading opposition figure. So this footage does not prove what you think it does. It shows that Peter Obi's movement can be disrupted at any time and insecurity treated casually in a country that is battling serious insecurity. You shouldn't reduce Peter Obi to political point scoring. There are people who are wanted by the EFCC. These same persons are moving around with police escort. They are treated as VIP in a country like this. Enough of this belittling of Peter Obi, because protecting Peter Obi is not political favoritism. Peter Obi is someone of national political interest. So protecting him is still recognizing a legitimate security risk around his person. It is a truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.
Festus Keyamo, Mr. Festus Keyamo, the accidental public servant. Ekpele. Congratulations, sir. A round of applause for you. Through Peter Obi, you have won Global Award for Global Best Practice on Parking Motor. The Global Award for Airport Work. Receive it, sir. Your mentor, the late Ganifa Wemi, will be very proud of you. Ani ori buruku lenshi. Oshi lenshi. So after all the jumping around, human rights, democracy, activate this and that, this is it. What the Affliction Progressive Congress, APC, cannot destroy does not exist. You should be thoroughly and decisively ashamed of yourself. So when I don't release CCTV for Peter Obi, you don't investigate after our investigation with how many paragraphs of tweets, because we have been able to ascertain Oshi. The same way you were able to do CCTV video and retweet when King Wasiu Ayinde won't use chess to stop jets from flying for airport. I be the time where Oshomole convert airport to Royal Rumble Ring. The same way you were able to do it. What a tragedy of a country. But what do you expect when you allow lunatics to overrun the asylum? That the legitimate concerns of a presidential candidate about his personal security, you go trivialize them to CCTV footage and investigation for wrong parking of motor for this and that. What a shame. But before I even get to your so-called CCTV and investigation, Oga Festus Keyamo, you know why a lot of Nigerians do not panic when people like you attack Peter Obi? Because Nigerians also know what you are about and what you stand for. As the saying goes, when a person tells you whom they are the first time, believe them. So God will continue to use characters like you to campaign and amplify the person of Peter Obi. Keyamo, no panic. That Peter Obi presidency, you will be alive to experience it. Because instead of your attacks to diminish Peter Obi, it rather endears him to the hearts of Nigerians. Because we can see clearly, say we know they make mistakes. Say we know they stand and support nonsense. We are not supporting and working or defending a person that has a drug for future case in America. So with all the mischief, all their wuye of their Oriburuku APC, everything where una don't try, since you cannot get anything to stick to the man, you cannot get him to be involved in drug for future case in United States of America. You cannot pull him in to say he was the award contract to convicted money launderers. You cannot pull his nuclear family to be parasiting on the commonwealth of the people. You cannot tie him to corruption, fraud, criminality, and all the embezzlement going on in the country. You cannot tie him to say he converted state resources into, or state institutions into private ones. Okay, after all your trying and hard trying, you have been able, when I don't come up with one thing. Oh, what can that thing be? Okay, alleged wrong parking. Ozwo, Okobioko, Ozwo, what a shame, what a tragedy. May no country have the misfortune of having charlatans destroy their nations when people are suffering and dying with real issues. So make we talk about the CCTV video we wanna do. According to your CCTV, by 8:28, the car come, 8:30, the driver park, 2 minutes later, he come out, then come back, open boot, and then another 2 minutes, they don't clamp the car. Everything happened between the space of about 6 to 8 minutes, which is not even up to the 10 minutes for airports like Heathrow, a global time for passenger timing. So it now begs the question, Keyamo, at what point does it become an offense? At what point they go clamp the motor? At what point do you communicate to the citizens, because you are supposed to be there to serve and not to victimize? And then at what point does it become victimization or witch hunting, where you pick which one to enforce law and clamp, and then the ones where you go leave? Peter Obi, a presidential candidate, a former 2-term governor, former chairman of Security and Exchange Commission, with all of the security issues and the attacks where they face. Even when you will see every day members of ruling parties, politicians displaying hooliganism, rascality in the airport and public institutions, yet there is no law to enforce on them. But once it comes to Peter Obi, everybody will begin to show. Even in countries where you go to, where you fly, go America, the courtesies that are given to a candidate that is running for election to protect them and protect their interests. When they talk, say in your CCTV, a policeman came down from the vehicle, are you aware that Peter Obi does not have a police orderly, say driver or whatever, that even the security that is supposed to be given to him that he's entitled to, the slave masters that you worship and work for have refused and denied him that access? Oh, you think, do you know how many airport experiences and confrontations where Peter Obi have suffered that he will not even come out to mention? You think what he was referencing in that interview is even about the Abuja airport? What a shame. Coming out, you self, Keyamo, you they threaten Peter Obi, he must pay the 25,000 naira or what? Or what, Festus Keyamo? Small nyash they shake. Everybody go threaten Peter Obi, even Festus Keyamo. Una don't see us finish. But one of the good things where all of this have shown is that, at least from this video, we can see that truly, if this is even video of Peter Obi motorcade, so now that one motor Peter Obi they carry waka. So truly, this man is not pretending. He's actually not financially irresponsible. He's very prudent. Nigerians, quickly go and get your PVC. So Peter Obi, we are going to elect a president that can walk by himself from the tarmac, come down from plane, go waiting area, carry luggage, walk to his car park. They don't need to choreograph his movement. They don't need to pack his car almost inside the aircraft, because everything now managing, now packaging that they do. make sure we vote this man. We must ensure we deliver this man. 2027, Nigerians, go and get your PVCs. This Ori Buruku must not be sustained. We must dismantle this structure of criminality. Festus Keyamo, is this all you have against Peter Obi? Hard luck. Try harder next time. Because Peter Obi 2027, Obi is coming. Nigeria must be okay, and a new Nigeria is possible. My name is Peter for Nigeria.